So, Arsenal 2, Brighton Munich in the bin. Fold the club, they're rubbish. 0. We are back again. Bless up to everyone locked in. Make sure you follow. Sorry, it's not Stricto. I thought, sorry, you're wearing the Stricto outfit tonight, the uniform.
No, with the red and I got a hoodie. Oh, I have actually. Yeah, I've got the hoodie, yeah.
Well, at least straight throwing your season ticket away yet, Kenny. Make sure you follow Kenny Ken 1972 on Instagram.
I'll tell you one thing. It's I don't know what it's like in where you are, but it's absolutely freezing in the UK.
Hi, Kenny. It was flooding today in Mias Costa.
Right.
Thunder and lightning. Cars, like it was up to the waist with the now down Fengarola Castle on the motorway. And they're trying to get out. You know, you need a dinghy, you need a canoe. Yeah, it was not good. It's been horrible today, but it's the first time it's rained since about April, so I'm not going to cry too much, and it's going to be sunny tomorrow. So
a drought in southern Spain.
Yeah, man. Listen, it don't rain often. That's why I live here. And Kenny, you've met me multiple times here. I'm way too skinny for cold weather. Yeah, I like.
No, I think you won't survive it right now. I think give it for a month, you wouldn't survive. You know what I mean? It'd be actually. The show with me is that when it's really cold, because I wear big coats, I'm a big lad and I get about a lot. I sweat.
Kenny, I own one jacket and one blazer, and I own one pair of jeans and about 4 pairs of tracksuit bottoms, and I'm sat here in shorts. Obviously, I've got a hoodie on. Yeah, but I've got shorts on. Yeah, Kenny, it was shorts and t-shirt weather. It was still warm today, but it was hammering down.
There's nothing for in England anyway. You know what I mean?
Nah, that's why I'm in Spain, man. Come on, I'm hiding in Spain, watching Arsenal win again. And I'll be honest with you, Kenny. I know you never went to the game tonight. You don't do the League Cup games necessarily. Yeah, but Kenny, that first half was awful. Yeah, we got run through, and that is life without Declan Rice and Zubimendi in midfield.
It is, but the problem is with Arsenal against this Arsenal side is that if you have us on the ropes, if you've got the foot on the throat, you have to make sure that you squeeze hard, you punch hard, and don't stop punching, because if you do and you let us back in the game, God help you, because you think about it in the first half, you know, there was loads of incisions, you know, by the Brighton forwards. Kepa made a save that he had no right to make. There was even another one where Brighton opened us up from our own corner, and somehow they put it wide. And there was another instance when Brighton got him behind, and Ben White, Mosley Skelly had to come and help Ben White out from the left back position, and the guy kicked the ball onto his boot. So it's one of those things where you couldn't make it up. There were times when Brighton were having clear pot shots at Kepa because they thought Kepa he's not great at long shots, as we all know. You know, like I said, Baleba was having a few pot shots. But at the end of the day, it's one of the things where we're always going to improve. Our first goal, good interplay between 3 players, interplay involving Eze, interplay involving Mars Skelly, who actually set the ball up for Wanyeri, and the captain of the day, Marino was instrumental. And then after that, when Arsenal scored, that's when I think it was like putting a prick in a tyre, basically letting the air out. That's what we do to people. We score first, the belief win, and that's what
we just suck the life out of them.
We just suck the joy out of Brighton, and that's who we are. The changes, if you want to talk about Harriman Arnous, very glad that he made his debut. He was involved in a second goal as well, where he was put through. Good save by Steele. Saka off the bench, makes it 2-0, and that's it, quarterfinals. But that's one of the things where I was looking at the performance today of the players. I looked at Max Dowman, liked what I saw. I like the fact that he's not afraid of making it, getting the ball and trying to beat his man. Even if he loses the ball, even though a tackle's made and the cross doesn't come in, I just look at him and I just think, you know what, that's one for the future. Harriman Arnous didn't really have much to do. Like I said, he didn't really get much of the ball. But one person that I noticed Eze. get on down that left-hand side. And he kept on trying to get in behind. He kept on doing the 1-2s. And every time he was putting the crosses in, it was not as if he wasn't trying to, set up Harry and Arnous. And that's what really impressed me is that.
Well, you thought Eze was good.
No. What impressed me about Eze is that he was helping the lad. He was doing
Yeah,
the
yeah,
things
yeah.
that
I hear
he
that.
was doing the things that he doesn't normally do when he plays on that side. He was trying to get in a byline. He was trying to put the crosses in, and that's what. If you're a young player, one of the things that you need when you make your debut, two things. First thing you need is someone sticking close to you that are available to pass to, because you're helping a young player by saying, right, I'm here. You don't have to, you're not under any pressure. I'm close to you. Just give me the ball. I'll give it back to you, and then you can express yourself. Or if you're a striker and you want the guy to make an impression, you try and get the ball early to him or put crosses in for the striker. And I think that's where I was happy with Eze in that respect. Max Damon, of course, did well. Muniri's a bit quiet in that
He was
first half.
awful.
I think
I
that
thought he was awful, mate. His
because
goal
I was
mastered his performance. His goal. He even scuffed it, yeah. But the precision and the build up to the goal, I thought was
oh, it's
quality.
brilliant. It's brilliant. But I think what it was is that it was testament to Brighton that he was chasing shadows. Brighton were getting in behind the defence. They were winning the midfield battle, and it was a difficult game. It was a case of this is what big boy football's like. Sometimes it's not going to be all your own way, especially when he had to be a leader in that midfield because we were playing like kind of the youngsters. But it's a learning curve for him. He's playing where he should be playing, where he wants to play. But the problem is that he's not going to get another game until probably the quarterfinal against Crystal Palace. That's why I always say to players like Ranieri, take your chance, mate. Take your chance.
Do you
He's
think he
clear.
did though? I know he scored, Kenny, yeah. But do you
No, I
think he
don't
actually
think
took
he did.
his chance? Because I don't think he did. I thought he was poor.
Yeah, but he got overrun in midfield by Brighton. That's what Brighton did to you. Even though Brighton had Younks kind of a scratch team themselves, they still had they had Belabor.
Belabor in there, yeah.
It's like
But why do
to
you
me,
think he got overrun in midfield? Because I'm surprised Norgard played the whole game. Yeah, because I thought he was awful, by the way. Yeah, but
well,
I
yeah,
also think
he was,
that Marino was awful. Yeah,
yeah,
but
but
then the back heel will
yeah,
get away with it, isn't it? The same with
yeah, but
Ethan will get away with it.
The thing with Marino, he's always going to be a situation where there's a case where if I was Brighton, I looked at that team sheet and I didn't see Declan Rice in, I didn't see Zubimendi, and I saw Eddie Eze on the left hand side. I'm getting on that ball. I'm getting my runners in because I know that I haven't got Declan Rice to track me runs.
Yep.
I haven't got Zubimendi to keep the ball, and I don't get the ball back. You know what I mean? I haven't got Eze who's going to try and run directly at me. He's only going to try and attack me from the flanks. So it was open plan for Brighton to have a go, which they did in the first half. However, what happened is that because they didn't take a chance, because we scored, and what Arteta, did in the second half as well, is that at one nil 1-0 up, he said, right, I've had enough of this. Like us getting roving around midfield. He started ringing the changes. He got Rice on, he got Saka on, and he got on Gabriel.
Trossard as well.
Trossard as well. And
Gabriel.
And he brought on Timber as well.
Right,
So
Timber's run for that second goal was class.
Yeah, that's exactly Timber's run for that second goal. I know it sounds like harsh on Ben White because I don't want to kick him when he's down, but what does that say about Ben White that as soon as Timber comes on the pitch, we look solid. They can't make overloads down our right.
But this is what we do, Kenny, and we've seen this, and you've seen it front and center being at the game, yeah. This is what we do. We ride our luck at times. Tonight, I thought that first half was the worst first half we've had all season. Yeah. And that's kind of understandable because of the wholesale changes we made. Yeah. We made only Eze started from the weekend. Right. But they made 7 changes.
He didn't play.
And he didn't play in the 10. He played on the left.
He played on the left. Yeah.
It's like, I don't feel like I thought Mosquera played very well tonight. I thought Kepa played very well tonight because Kepa kept us in that game. And listen, everyone knows my thoughts on Kepa. I don't think he's good enough to play for this club. However, he was good enough to play against Brighton reserves.
Yeah.
Mosquera, apart from one dilly dallying, apart from that, I thought he was quality. Hincapia, one good block, but again, I don't think he was that great. Yeah, but he weren't bad. Exactly, that's the point. You don't have to be great at this level because most teams are reserve teams. When it gets to the nitty gritty, can we be great?
Yeah, but you think about it logically, right? A reason why he didn't have to be great, that's all down to Brighton. That's all down to the players squandering chances. You don't get in behind a team on a regular basis like they did and just fluff your lines. You fluff lines. That's on them. Let's not forget. Everyone talks about, oh, it's another clean sheet from Arsenal, but it wasn't exactly like a solid performance. It was just wastefulness from Brighton. Second half, what happens? The team that you're dominating scores, and what happens? They think, right, they're either going to get the second, or they're going to think, you know what, you've done us a few times, well, you're not going to do us again. What Arsenal needed at half time was Arteta to get in amongst them and tighten it up. He got lucky there, but that's football. Tough luck to a lot of teams.
Do you think somebody said, sorry to cut in, somebody said in my chat he went in at half time, didn't change nothing because I went bathroom at half time. I come back and he didn't change nothing at half time in terms of personnel, But do you think that he looked at the other scores and thought, well, Tottenham are losing, like Chelsea are winning, and then Liverpool are getting weighed in again, and obviously they would have seen the Liverpool 11 and the bench. Do you think he just thought, yeah, cool, this lot, and I said this with Ola and Matty before Matty went back to work. I was like, they're going to rue these chances. Do you think he looked at that and thought, cool, it gives more minutes in the tank, for Norgard, for Marino in midfield, then we'll put him up front for Ben White, for Hincapia.
That's but another thing as well.
Because let's be real, we don't care about this cup, Kenny. He couldn't care less about this cup.
But the thing is, let's not forget as well. We were worried about Rice going down against Crystal Palace. We're worried about his injuries. We're worried about Saka being ill. We're worried about Gabriel, who was like a doubt for the game. We're worried about we're worried about Saliba, who did start, and injuries come thick and fast. So he has to manage his team. Another thing as well, you've got to remember, believe it or not, if you think about the fact that we haven't let in a goal 6 games. We've won 8 games in a row.
8 games in a row now since the draw against City. 8 games.
I think it's quite remarkable, not because of the fact that what we're doing as a team. It's the fact that the games are coming thick and fast, and when games come thick and fast, especially in this sort of regularity, normally teams will drop points or might even take a defeat. This team is not getting a defeat, but I think a lot of the reason why is that the defence. But I just think about it. I'm thinking, you know what? When is our luck going to run out in terms of like our defence and set pieces? Because as much as I love watching, I love the fact that we're not conceding goals. I love the fact we're not losing games. Somehow I just think that it's going to end. You know what I mean?
But that's because we've been scarred, Kenny, man.
It's not like that. I look at Burnley and I think, right, that team's got no right to trouble us.
Even have a shot on target. No shots on target.
What I do know is that they're going to make it doubly difficult, and they're going to pray that they get to half time and it's 0-0. You know it and I know it. They're going to pray that it gets to half time 0-0.
But do you think, because you see when Real Madrid play in Champions League, especially finals, like look at the Dortmund final when Adeyemi and all that lot. Leipzig played them in the quarters that season. Openda, Sesko, and Xavi Simons, they're all going clean through, they're all missing chances. Do you think, because Real Madrid have that aura, and I hate that word in football, because it gets overused. Do you think that people are just like teams are thinking, wow, we have to score? Because Hertzler probably went in at half time. Whatever he said at half time didn't work, obviously, And the team that wins always deserves to win because they're more clinical, But do you think he went in at half time and thought, we're fucked here? No matter how many times he's going to tell them keep going. Do you think that we have that defensive aura? Because we are good defensively. Today we didn't play great. Do you think the team snatched their chances because they know they might not get another one?
I think teams get excited. I think teams think, oh, for God's sake, You know, bloody hell, I've gone through. I've actually got the ball, and I think, bloody, I've got 8 players in front of us. You look at the second half against Brighton. They're 2-0 down. There's still enough time for them to make it interesting. They all the space they had in the first half, they didn't have in the second half. We had so many bodies behind the ball, even in our own box,
Yeah.
where I'm thinking, bloody hell, we'll block. That's one thing about defence. It's not defensive shape. It's that we block everything. We
Yeah,
win every
Nkapia,
corner.
that chance where Nkapia blocked it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
But this
that's the
is
thing.
why they snatch at chances, yeah. Because if he
Yeah.
drops the shoulder, that's a goal or a shot on target. Worst ways, Nkapia blocked it. The chance where
Yeah.
they went clean through, yeah. Kepa's come running out, and fair play. Kepa narrowed that angle real good.
Yeah.
But if he drops the shoulder, he goes round him and taps it in.
Yeah,
Because they snatched it again because they panic,
yeah,
and this is what Real Madrid have in big
it's
games.
yeah, but the thing is, for Arsenal, is that you think, bloody hell, man. Well, it's like you kind of panic when you get in beyond the first 5 because we're so quick and closing out space. Look at the chance where one of their players kicked the ball against their feet. If it was
Kelly nudged him a
Danny
little bit and
Welbeck,
fucked him up.
it was Danny
If that's
Welbeck. Danny
Welbeck, he
Welbeck,
does a heel chop,
yeah,
cuts back inside and shoots, or he just shoots first time.
or he shoots only with their foot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's the thing. You look at the situation with Crystal Palace as well. Mateta, normally confident in front of goal, as soon as he gets into positions, he's thinking, "Oh my God, they're going to close me down." And I think,
yeah, but that's what I'm saying. It's like Real Madrid have that aura. Like I said, I hate that word, but Real Madrid have that aura. It's Real Madrid. And they snatch at chances, and everyone goes, "Oh, they're the luckiest team in the world." No, it's in your head. You're playing Real Madrid in the Champions League game, yeah, or in a final, and then Dortmund miss all their chances. Should have been 4-0 up at half time. Brighton today, we've seen this with multiple teams with Real Madrid, Arsenal, Benfica, Barca, whoever. Yeah. And if you don't take your 3 or 4 clear-cut chances, you're fucked in the second half against us. And I think teams are starting. I'm not saying we're great, Kenny, because we're not. We ain't won nothing yet,
yeah.
But I feel like teams are starting to panic when they get in front of the goal.
Well, they are. They are situations. You think about it. Our work rate's a lot better. You think about it last season. We were going 1-0 up at games. We weren't conceding. We still had the same. We had virtually the same personnel. But in terms of like the work rate and the desire, there's more work rate and desire now. I think the fulcrum, perhaps getting that equal against Man City galvanised us for the rest of the season where we drew a line and went no more. And then getting that winner at St James's Park, that was it. That was like a real situation. We said, right, no more. And if you look at the situation since the game against Newcastle, we haven't conceded. And I think that's the thing. Newcastle's the only team that actually thought, right, we had our chance, we scored. But since the Newcastle game, teams have had chances. You look at the Fulham game, especially Wilson had a few chances.
More clinical.
But Wilson snatched his chances. The first half, he snatches it.
Yeah, because they're panicking.
Goes straight to Raya, or it goes wide. And then the other time, when the ball comes in, he has to get in a volley, half chance, because if he gets it down, we've got bodies around us. We've got bodies around Wilson. So, yeah, there is that kind of aura. And you think about it, you're thinking, bloody hell, how the hell did we lose to Liverpool? Not because Liverpool going for a bad patch. It's because the way we play, we're playing out defensively. How do they play? But it was a free kick anyway.
Yeah, but we never attacked. But listen, on that bombshell, make sure you follow Kenny Ken 1972 on Instagram. He's not going Burnley because it's a shithole. Yeah, and I've upset Burnley fans. I've been saying
you talked me out of it. Well, I could just imagine.
It's Burnley away, so you're definitely not going there, mate. And I've been clipped up and put on TikTok, Twitter, everywhere. Burnley fans are on my case, by the way. He's a football snob.
I know who it is. I bet it's that peculiar-looking fellow.
No, it's not. It's not him. It's somebody else. We already mudded. No, we already mudded him. Yeah, we'll do that another day. Yeah. But people love to clip me up.
Right before he uppers his
but apparently, I'm a top 6 snobby fan. That's an armchair. Well, I'm an armchair fan now.
Well, what's your fate? I hate to break it to Burnley fans. I don't want to sound, rude or impertinent, but exactly. You are a bit of a yo-yo club, aren't you?
They're shit. Fold the club, same as Brighton. And on that bombshell, before I piss off the whole fucking Premier League.
Hey, can you imagine if Burnley did win something? Yeah.
Never. I've never seen it never happening, Kenny. You've probably never seen it happen either.
Well, they did win the they did win the league title in 1960.
Was you born?
That's the last honour. That's the last major honour.
Oh, you
1960
weren't
league
even
title.
born.
I wasn't even born. I won a league. I won a
There we
league
go
title
then.
in
Fold the
1960.
club. What's the point? Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm a snobby top six fan. Yeah, okay, cool. Listen,
I know,
this
mate. I know the situation, but you never win, do you, with certain people?
nah, man. TikTok love me, mate. Well, but they actually don't. They just love clipping me because it's guaranteed views. But follow Kenny Ken on Insta. And yeah, we're out. I'm going live on an emergency meeting. Rashid's going to join. A few others are joining as well. And life without Declan and Zubi is looking long. So listen, we better beat Burnley. If we don't beat Burnley, I'm getting trolled left, right, and centre after cussing them this week. We're out. Laters. Bosh.